It's time for the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and we are in a city that sure had its share of memorable playoff games in the past. Pittsburgh, PA at Heinz Field. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Houston Texans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
What is that? Mike,
check, 55 to Mike.
Let's go, D.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
Watson's pass.
Let's go,
taking
boys,
it
bring it
across
up.
midfield and inside the 45. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
What's that? 19.
All right, D, let's start. All right, D.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And an alley to run. They'll roll him out right. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Watch 55. Hey, let's get some penetration.
59.
Let's get some penetration.
Check 3. 54. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Here we go.
Throwing again on
Here we
second
go.
down.
Here we go.
Watson. He gets it to Thomas. And he gets this one inside the 15,
go, boys.
just
Let's
a
go.
yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down, Houston.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a first and 10 at the 11.
Back's mine.
Hot 7.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Out of the gun, Watson.
Let's go, baby.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Let's go.
Myers breaks it. They'll make the grab. His guys are able to the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line. Ready.
Mike 55.
60 yard. Hey, orbit.
Watch QB draw.
Mike 55. 55. Hey, eat. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain of 32 that time.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready?
So the big play gets him across midfield now.
Ain't no
for
such
first
thing
and
as a
10.
loss. We taking wins home.
Hey, alert.
Pilot, 64, weak.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Shoot.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. Just what you want on a first down run.
We're going
Call
work.
it 8 yards, and it's second and 2.
Second and 2 at the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Hey, wahoo! Get it.
Second and 2. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hodges. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Let's go!
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner.
Ready?
You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations.
Let's go.
But a guy of his size
Alpha.
can't really hide it. But the tight end
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
definitely an effective way to sneak in the offensive formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down.
I'm coming
back at the 33-yard line.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
Got it.
Second and
55.
14 as they've got work to do
55.
here after the sack.
I got you. 55's mine, guys. 55.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Second and 14. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Bucky Hodges, 32 yards. As his guys can now take the lead for the extra point. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6.
Steelers 7, Texans 6.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Just fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Watson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
I'm going to hit you.
T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for second and 23.
24.
Mike 55.
Alex Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
It's our time.
54. Bravo. Line up, go.
A shotgun snap for Watson.
Watch the pass.
Gives this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll go down just shy of 25 to 24.
Boys came out to play. I'm in here, brother. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where I came from.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And maybe getting a little too cute.
Most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Mike 5-5.
Looking to throw on second down. Hoover. And an alley to run. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards in the first.
Let's go.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Ready to break.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, eat. Danny.
Deep grip.
Jones.
Run to the ball.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Come on,
3
set.
yards on that
Ten
last
Lobo.
carry. Here's second and 7.
Hey, J.D. weapon. Hey, seam 6.
SOS.
Hit it.
Here's a second and 7. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The
Sack,
lightning
baby.
rod,
Sack,
J.J.
baby.
Watt with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football.
10
That
two
led to the
stop.
sack.
Hey,
Bravo.
get in the weight room.
Hey, Mike 51.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, Mike 51.
5.
To throw on third down. Hoover. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one point game, 7-6.
Let's go.
Reset. 19.
Where's Mike? Check. Watch 54.
159.
After the interception, here's Watson. Forced out to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Reset. 19.
Right there in the middle. 55.
Here we go.
Check 26. 31. Rotate. Spell. 55. Fuzz.
55's Mike, guys. 55.
Time to go. Night.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
You got him.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? Because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running back.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
Touchdown.
And the Texans
You got you, son.
taking
He took
the
you to
lead.
school.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Wiggles free.
Let's go.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Pittsburgh
60
offense
Pittsburgh.
at the line to start their next
tight.
drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
On the ready.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Mike 51.
Second and 14.
We own them. We own them.
Throw left side complete. It's Hodges. 4
That's
yards on the
it, baby.
completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Okay, break.
Mike 51.
Hey, zoom.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd.
Here we go. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Y'all not ready? Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Third down. Hoover. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt
That's what I'm
picks
talking
up
about.
his second sack of the afternoon.
Day, baby.
I'm starting to feel
take
for
a
that
seat.
quarterback
You
back
can't
there.
stop
I mean,
me.
you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense, they've got it set up on the silver platter. First and goal inside the 10.
Mike
A
54.
very short field to work with
Ricky.
now. First and goal after the great punt return.
Hey, 59.
Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'9".
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Thomas the intended target, but it'll be second and goal.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is.
Right
They end
there,
up taking
54
up
Mike.
extra space
We gotta get the ball.
just because there's not
59.
enough space for
Right here, let's
receivers to
go.
run through.
Under 10. Under 10. 10. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Watch
On second down there.
Stop, baby. That's big job.
And they'll get
Watch
this
out,
from
watch
the
out,
8
watch
to
out,
the
watch
5.
out.
Pick up a 3.
Run, go!
Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5
Oh,
here, brings
yeah.
up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
An extra defensive back on the field
Check,
here for
55
third and
to
goal.
Mike.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
54. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, watch the slant. Hey, check Mike. Check Mike. Let him go. 55.
From the gun,
I'm coming after you.
Watson.
I'm coming after you.
Flushed out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return. As they have now chopped this lead down to 3. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out
And
the
they had
field,
3
defense.
points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the kicker. Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But
And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Good set. 18. Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 59. Watch the run. Watch the run. The run.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
54 is down. He's coming. Off.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far.
Let's go, defense.
This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go, defense. Hey, here we go. Mike, 55. Mike. Haywood. Hey, eat.
Back to throw, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
On the double.
The Steeler offense
right
here
there,
about ready for their next drive.
Crunch time,
the
defense.
last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
Get it.
Deep inside their own territory, which means
You ain't doing nothing today.
position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
Right there.
Move the ball at least a few times
baby.
on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Ready up.
After the pickup of 5,
Mike
here's
51.
2nd and 5.
You're trash. Hey, Mike 51. Mike 51. Let's go.
2nd and 5. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Okay,
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So here's a 1st
Tight
and
ends
10
Ringo.
at
Tight ends
the
on the Ringo.
38.
Tight ends on the Ringo. 4 down.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. 59. Check. 55 to Mike. Check. Orbit. To Mike. Hey, let's get off the field.
Watson down throw. And Thomas has it.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes it 2nd and 9.
Shift! Watch the shift!
Hunt, 64. Weak. Check 99. Check 99.
Here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts.
All day, baby. All day. We coming all day.
Before what'll be an important 3rd down. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
I'm going to come back to you.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Thomas has got it. Complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th.
Let's go, D! Let's go! Right there, 54, right there.
55!
For Mike.
Hey, check.
Here we go on 4th.
Check three.
And an alley to run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps
Good
it
work,
himself
boys. Let's
for
go.
11 and a 1st
Let's
down.
go.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
19. Watch 55. Hey, 59. Come on, oh. Come on, oh. Hey, alert, alert.
On first down, Watson going for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
There we go. That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown right there.
Touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans push forward in front. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back.
That's what I'm talking about.
This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction.
You can't block me.
You can't block me. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Yo, go, go. Mike, ready. 51.
Back to throw.
Strip the ball.
Hoover.
Strip that ball.
Going up top. And it's knocked away and incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed.
Brings up third down and 20.
Okay, ready?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Hey, exit.
Come on, QB, come on. 51's a mic. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
Yeah, baby. Show story.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right.
Get ready.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Down.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better.
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Hey, Charlie. 51's Mike. Mike's 51.
Focus, defense, focus.
Hey, Mike 51. Mike 51. Check the out. Check the out.
Hoover. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Timmy Jernigan forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Ready.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and 1.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Echo.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Watch the run, watch the run.
They'll go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out and unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Let's go, baby. Let's
nice
go.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
Big stop, let's go.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
They can't stop us.
Able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
Mike,
the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack at 2nd and 20.
Switch. Alert.
Echo.
He'll run with that on 2nd down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
I'm going to hit you
the tally
all
there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
24 is down. He's coming.
Deuce.
What? 24.
Wide. Get wide. Slam.
At 59!
Go!
Down, go!
Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 30 yards.
Set, 18!
Check, 55, Mike.
Hey, watch the ball!
Jam him.
55! Hey, 59!
Smoke. Check, 55 to Mike.
Hey, 54!
55 to Mike.
26!
Get him.
Watch the safety creep.
Check one.
Watson.
Kill. Check.
Incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field. You can go make a play on football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Travel.
Hey, motion backfield.
Safe. Check. Lucky.
59!
Check three.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's how we do
it. Able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Man. They're not ready.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
Let's go. Let's do this.
For 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
What we got?
And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, The punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. What has not been the best game for him, but he
Ready?
definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there. Tried to create a big play.
Couldn't do it.
Watch
Fell
one.
incomplete. But you're right. Hasn't been a banner game in the second half. Just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
We don't know no better.
Again on 2nd and 10. Hoover looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And
That's
he'll be
it, baby.
out right
We
at
don't
the
work.
35. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Geis. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
He
That's
wasn't
going to
ready.
go as a loss
He
of
wasn't
1 on
ready.
1st down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Get it.
They stay on the ground. Geis again.
Get it.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Come on, fellas.
It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there
On
are
the
times
set.
this game
X3.
is about patience,
218
isn't it?
chopper.
Has had the game he expected.
All day, every
but that
day,
run there,
any
that
day.
may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right. He struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit
Come on,
more
set.
careful.
Yeah,
Hey,
fortunately for him,
Haywood.
got a couple more downs to play
line.
with.
15 line.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and
Yeah.
10. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You see
J.J.
me?
Watt picks
You
up
see
his
me?
second
They
sack of
can't
the
stop
afternoon.
me out here.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Ready.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ready.
From the gun, Hoover. And he's going to go down again. J.J.
Sack
Watt
less, baby.
getting him once
Yum, yum, yum,
again
yum, yum.
his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And a little too much mustard
We
on
play
that
to
one.
win.
It's a couple yards
Let's
into the end
go.
zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put
Easy
them in
work.
a tougher
It's
spot?
easy work, and it's coming
You want to
again.
get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Hey, eat.
Let's go. Mike.
High 59. High 31.
Check.
Shift.
Watch the edge.
Line him, go.
Now Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And
Dude,
they
we
are
can't
going
be
to set up
stopped.
shop
You see
at
me
the
out here?
40-yard
That's right.
line.
We can't be stopped.
Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It
Mike
does,
51, Mike 51.
Strategy, because with a two-score
I got one.
lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, who else? He's in there for his fourth sack of the afternoon. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're
let's
going
get
to
that ball,
protect
D.
you
Let's get
as
that
best
ball right
they
here.
can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
J.J. Watt on the tackle. Brings up third down.
Ready? The Steelers on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Hey, let's get this. Mike 51.
Hey!
51.
Let's go. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, let's go.
Hey! High 7.
Let's go. Let's calm the crowd. We ain't giving up nothing today.
51's a Mike.
Hit it.
They gonna need some therapy after this.
Hoover. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DJ Reader.
That's how we do it. That's
Drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Brings up 4th down.
Lightning.
55's Mike, guys. 55.
Cut.
Man out, man out, man out, man out.
Go.
Movement there
Mike,
on
55.
the offensive line.
Check,
a little
55,
quick
Mike.
and a 5-yard penalty.
Hey, man. Watch the
Not
boot.
a great
Watch
start
the boot.
to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Pulled in at the 24. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
Keep playing hard.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing people away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away,
we got
first
this.
downs, they can't touch the ball.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the
set.
lead, fourth
19.
quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Mike 55! Man, I'm going!
Watson on first down. And he completes it to Hunt. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Here we go.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
19.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half.
Mike,
Here's
50,
first and 10.
55. Hey, eat. Hey, they scared.
Mike 55. Right there in the middle.
Boy, man, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Flush to his right. He'll run it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
On second down. Run! And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards to pick up, first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage.
Mike,
stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
You got tight right
no
there.
Doubt about
Watch
it.
the shift.
Stop
Watch
them.
the shift.
Use your timeouts. Easy to move the ball off.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sack! Got him!
Let's go, boys! There's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but can evade all of them.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Now Hunt. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line.
That's it, baby.
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Stop your whining.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Shift! Hey, alert! Off. Mike 59, I'm here all day.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
A 49-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time.
Let's go,
got
fellas.
points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now.
Coming to you.
Here's
Hey,
a
Mike
2nd
51,
and 2 now
Mike
from the
51.
33.
Wild Bill.
Looking to throw. Hoover. He's going to let it fly. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to the final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Top
Hey,
down.
orbit.
Nothing behind you.
51
Make
to
everything
Mike.
be competitive.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Find Hall. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Let's go.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
10 at the 37-yard line.
On the ready.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Mike 52. 51.
From the gun.
Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DJ Reed in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Let's go.
Throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. They put themselves in a great spot in this big lead, and they know they've got to
put them on the bus.
These passes
put that team on the bus.
Salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball,
Down.
and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead,
Man, I got
4th
you.
quarter.
Man, I got you.
Maybe can expect more passes like that
Hey, Mike
downfield.
51. Mike 51. Not here. Hey, Alpha. Go. Mike 51. Mike 51.
On 4th down.
Blue there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop the franchise.
And as a result, their playoff run may end right here.
The play is a turnover on downs.
Okay, break.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Let's go, baby. Ready?
And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Reset.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's go.
On second down now.
Run!
It's Hunt.
Get there, get there, get there,
This will
get
be
there.
a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
19. Mike spot 4. 354.
They stay on the ground again. It's Hunt. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Let's go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run it.
Under pressure, they got him again. DJ Reader,
You better be ready next
able
time.
to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher
got
from
4
here.
down.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field.